I think this box contains a chip which I helped design 30 years ago. So let's open it up and see if it is actually in there. This is the DBS receiver chip, and it does all the digital decoding of the QPSK signal. So the input to this receiver chip comes from the output of the RF section. So the RF section is going to be inside this metal can. So we're going to have to prise this open and we're going to have to desolder it. And if we're lucky, the SL1925 will be inside here. So let's crack on and see if we can find it. So this is inside the RF section. Now as I was taking it apart, I remembered exactly what was happening with the SL1925 chip. Now what we see here is 4 little compartments, and we have a crystal oscillator in one compartment. We have this other chip up here called the Mitel SP5511S. Now this here is a synthesizer or a phase lock loop chip. Now the phase lock loop chip produces a frequency, and this frequency will go into this chip here, and it'll also go into this chip here. Now the very first stage here is this one here, which is it's a Taiwan chip. Now it will receive the satellite signal. So in effect the input for the satellite is just from over this direction here. So it will receive a signal from 950 to 2150 megahertz, and then it will downconvert it, and it will downconvert it to an intermediate frequency, and the intermediate frequency will then go into this other chip here, and this will then downconvert again down to baseband, which will be roughly, I think, 0 to 40 megahertz. So in effect we've got 2 downconversion chips here, number 1 and number 2. And we have the phase lock loop synthesizer, which we need in order to do the downconversion. But this box is an older box, and the chip that we have been looking at, the SL1925, it replaces both this one here and this one here. So we, rather than having 2 chips, we only have 1 chip, and the SL1925 goes from 950 to 2150 megahertz all the way down to the baseband, which is 0 to 40 megahertz. So this is an older box. That's why we don't see the SL1925 in it. If the SL1925 was in it, then all we would see would be the synthesizer chip, the oscillator, and then these 2 chips here would be replaced with a single SL1925 chip. So it's all came back to me in a flash as I was taking the lid off of this. So this is an older box, probably one round about 1998, and we would need to get a box round about the year 1999 to 2000 if we were to find the SL1925 chip. Now I actually found a page from my original notes back in 1997 when I was first learning this stuff. We've got a picture of a little guy here, and he's trying to change the channel on a TV. The channels on the TV are what we called frequency division multiplexed. So this is one channel, another channel, and a third channel. And down here we have 2 of the chips that we require in order to do a down conversion. So the chip at the top is this one here, and this is the phase lock loop synthesizer. So this would be the SP5511S, which we just looked at. And the chip at the bottom is the down converter. So this would be the SL1710. Now we didn't find the SL1925 chip within this digital satellite set-top box. It was just too old. But we did manage to open up the RF section. And from opening that up, I remembered that the SL1925 was designed so that it replaced a 2-chip down conversion with a single chip down conversion. So in the next video we can look a bit at this in more detail, and we can also look at the low noise amplifier, and we can continue to reverse engineer it. Now if this is the type of content you like, then don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, I'm going to create a more detailed course on all of this on my Patreon account, so you can get me on Patreon. So thank you for listening. I'll get you on the next video. Goodbye.